The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From just inside the 20, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ready? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Come on, switch it. Slam, slam, slam. Check, check. Hey, middle. Ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Big edge.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
13. Get wide. Watch safety creep. Watch safety's creeping.
You.
Under 10.
Middle.
10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jennings has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Play that tight deep.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Sit hot. 180. 180. That's hot.
What's the ball? 95's the Sam. No, check. He's Mike.
Go.
Drop deep.
Check.
Go.
They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball. Yeah.
Come on now. Let's do this.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Winston. Screen pass to Connor. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready? Flag, what is that?
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Hey, alert 48.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Finish it up!
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 95's Mike. Watch 95.
Hey, D-line.
Yo.
Let's get in there,
95.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sit on! 180!
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Kill, turn up.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Sit hot.
Be ready.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Finish it up! 180!
50.
Finish it!
Check. Slam. Hatchet.
Sit up!
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Finish it!
Hey, tighten down. There
Go
you
ahead.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Army.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the second quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check 13. Check 13.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Yo.
Check 3.
25.
You at X.
Check 25.
Coleman now. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ooh. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
58, boys.
Hey, Ozzy. Shut up.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Ready.
Go 58.
What is that?
From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll drop this down to Coleman, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Kill.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
Bang. You go tight. You got tight right there. Tighten up. Hey, watch out.
This is Coleman, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
the score. Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Switch. Hey, thumb.
From the gun, Winston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Vic Beasley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and 12.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to air one out, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? Blue lady.
Check. 48's the mic. Here we go. 48. Here we go.
On 1st down, McFarland. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
At 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Mike 35, Mike 35. No chance.
To throw again, Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And 5 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Check. Check hot route. Hot route.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. Hey. Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check three.
It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
On the stop.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Let's go, tackle. It's Panther Street. Panther Street. Yeah. 13. Hustle.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Let's go.
95's mine.
Get hot.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Report.
95's the sand. No, check. He's Mike.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 95's Mike. What's 95?
I got one.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Lamar Jackson.
Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, here we go.
95's the sand. No, check. He's Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
Hey, report. Report.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he is all the way up past the 25. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready. Blue lady.
48's Mike.
Check.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
White 25.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy.
Sonic.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Rush in.
Green, triple T.
Mike's
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
48.
On the ground, it's McFarland.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Ready? Blue ready.
Check. 48's the mic. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Sonic.
Alert 3.
Let's go.
Winston now. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Exit.
Now Winston. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Steelers 14, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
No, check his mic.
Sit on.
Long day for you.
Ready.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Kill. Ship.
Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Wait.
I got you.
1st down, Winston.
Hitting Juju on the slant.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And a Steeler 1st down.
Ready. White 25.
Hey, keep it up. 48.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
48. Follow. We got to get the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
Winston. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Blue lady.
He's coming.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And 9 at the 21-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the draw, Connor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me. Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Jackson on 3rd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
48. 48's the mic. Flip it. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. 48's the mic. Check.
Here's Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call, and they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Looking deep for Hilton. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Pittsburgh.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jackson now.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
95's the sand. No, check. He's Mike.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
No, check. He's Mike.
And Jackson throwing once more, being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column.